We're broadcasting.
All right, and we're live. These guys kind of snuck up on us. I'm Kenny Wisdom, joined by Chase Neiman, and it's going to be Grant McClellan versus Joey Gaffney, the finals of Vancouver, British Columbia Regional Championship. We're going to restart the timer there. We're at 1 hour, best of 3. This is for all the marbles. You got Joey opening a lone Squirtle, fetching another one off a level ball, and opposing Grant's Landorus EX. This is it's an amazing matchup. Grant's never gone this deep in a tournament. Joey, this is his first tournament as a master. And again, we see Joey, 2 Squirtles, attached to the water. Beach for 1. Doesn't have an attacker yet, but has most of what he needs. Grant making some considerations, attaching to the Landers, and hopefully he has a follow-up. I can't really see his hand. Is he another energy? I think it's a Flipstone maybe. Not sure what that card he's playing is, and he does have a computer search. Okay, so he's probably just gonna take his time a little bit, decide what he wants to do. This is amazing. If Joey wins this event, we've seen just seniors and newly up seniors just competing at a very high level. After Lex DeAndrea winning the Klasinski Open, 2 other seniors in the top 8 of the Klasinski Open. And now we see Joey Gaffney in the finals of Vancouver, British Columbia Regional. This is Grant McClellan. So we'll see what happens. So he computer searches, discards a Floatstone and a Fighting. Did you see what he got, Chase?
No, I didn't see it.
Right, Trubbish, Floatstone, Skyla, and Garbodor in hand.
He presumably grabbed the Trubbish on that one.
And he just goes ahead and beaches. No real point in doing 30 when you can't target the Squirtle on the bench at all. Joey, if he can get turn 2 Blastoise here, followed up with Keldeo, was in a very good position. James Good and I were talking a little bit about the matchup before, and James thinks, and I agree, that it's probably still okay for Blastoise. We know Joey plays 2 Tool Scrapper, I believe, and a Dowsing Machine. So we still we know that he has a lot of ways to deal with the big basics Garbodor deck, and Joey gets an explosive start. It's really interesting. Okay, so he doesn't. He attaches, retreats, attaches again, saves some time, and then just has to beach for 7. So this is the opening Grant wants. Grant now has Garbodor online before Joey has Blastoise online, so we can very, very easily see Grant just take over this game. Can't really see what's in Grant's hand. He's gonna Skyla. This is definitely the opening Grant wants. Grant take the first game, leave Joey. Even if Joey wins game 2, Grant's gonna be going first in game 3, and it's just be in a great position here. And if Grant has a laser, he's going to be knocking out Joey. And he does have a laser. Hammer's going to do 30 plus the 30 from the Verbank damage, and it's going to be a knockout. Grant takes the prize. Garbodor shuts up the Shell Shield, and if Joey doesn't have anything, it's game. I imagine he does. He has a pretty big hand at the beach, but okay, so he's a Skyla. So
it seemed like he had a good start there, but Grant's got a lot of momentum here at the. He's got a lot of aggressive power.
It kind of depends on what you think is a good start. Like he had the beach, he had the double Squirtle and all that, but he just didn't happen to have all he needed. But now he does get a Blastoise here, and a Keldeo would just be devastating now. He can't rush in, and actually, sorry, he can't deluge. He needs, and he has no cards in hand, so he's gonna get rid of the. Oh, he has a Tool Scrapper. He does have the Tool Scrapper, so he is just going all in on a Blastoise, knocking out the Landorus. Wow, what a play. 2 cards in hand off the prize for Joey, and now Grant just doesn't have anything.
There.
Yeah, wow, that came out of nowhere. This is the perfect hand. Not the perfect setup, mind you, because he's attacking with Blastoise, which is his lone Pokemon, but out of nowhere. And let's see what we got here. Grant Junipers. Can't be feeling like he's in the best position. Grant chose to beach on turn 1 instead of hammerheading. Is why the Squirtle was not damaged. Grant does another Trubbish, plays a laser. I believe he got tails on the laser. He's going to heavy ball, presumably. going to fetch for Tornadus or a Lander. He can't get Tornadus. Probably fetching for a Lander. Just looking through his deck. I think this is the second time he searched through his deck. First time on the first turn computer search.
Yeah.
So wow, Joey just put all the eggs in the basket, and Grant fails the heavy ball. So
he doesn't really need a Landorus anymore.
I mean, yeah, there's just
the early pressure's over with. He'd be risking too much, I think.
And just gonna pass the turn to Joey. Grant went from possibly just having an opening here, and this is game one. Game one in the finals of the Vancouver, British Columbia Regional Championship. Heavy ball. Joey plays a heavy ball of his own, fetches a black Kyurem, and he only has 2 cards in hand, but if they're good stuff, this is where he can start to win, start to actually attack with a real attacker. He can retreat to get those energy in the discard pile. Grant has no tool for his Garbodor.
Yeah, so he's going to retreat.
He's just attacking.
Oh, that was
attacking, taking the damage.
Aggressive Blastoise.
Just gotta try and just leave Grant with nothing. Grant.
That's fair. Sometimes you just gotta do what your only option really is.
Grant has Tornadus, an energy, and a switch. Yeah, unfortunately we do have 60-minute time limits. It's all being done in one day. That's why it's 10:30 p.m. local time. But we are trying to see. So he's gonna retreat now because he'll just die to the poison damage if he doesn't. And it looks like he has at least 1 energy in hand, but it doesn't look like he's really in the best position. And he just passes. No beach in play. Nothing he can really do besides try and save his Blastoise. Grant's gonna catch her. They could be able to knock out the Blastoise, which is gonna mean a lot. I mean, now Joey's left with nothing. I think he has very few cards in hand, 2 or 3, and he doesn't have a Blastoise. Doesn't really have anything up. Very well spelled defeat. If you hear a little bit of background noise, it's just the staff breaking down the event, picking up tables and such. We have just trying to pick up the room because no one's really here anymore.
So he knocks out the Blastoise, and again, the control has shifted.
And Joey just has nothing.
Yeah, he just has basically nothing.
So Joey's just due past his turn. Grant's gonna play a laser and Juniper, and now Grant is way back into this game, and he just can't. I mean, he can't get another. Again, Joey's just so far behind, as we've been talking about all weekend. Just he's so far behind by not having a Squirtle up. He draws, and it's a Keldeo, so he's still in the game. But he has waters. He's gonna rush in. He doesn't have any Squirrels. Not gonna get a Blastoise anytime soon. And playing a Mewtwo. Mewtwo's very good versus Keldeo. If for some reason Joey's forced into that route. And Grant has a Skyla, a Juniper, a pair of ends. Definitely Colress. He definitely doesn't want to pop up the end. And he's just Junipering all that.
It all.
Grant's a very aggressive player at times, and he's just
burning through things.
Knows that he can. If he has energy, a couple of energy, looks like Floatstone, DCE, fighting. Is that an enhanced hammer? And he's just gonna Power Blow for 100 and. It is head, so no discard of the energy.
Yeah, he just realizes his.
Joey top decks another Keldeo rushes in, and he's just.
Oh.
Grant has a catcher at any time. He's going to start scoring some prizes. Attaches to a Mewtwo. Best insurance against the Keldeo.
This is not a good time to beat Joey.
Yeah, but Joey's just getting multiple turns. He can draw out of it. Doesn't look like he did, but he can. In theory, he's having turns and turns. He has an Ultra Ball, so. All right, so now it's a. Discarding a Floatstone, looks like, and a water. Getting Squirtle, trying desperately to set things up. I mean, the game's not over by any means, but Grant has turned this game around and taken a commanding board position.
Again.
And Joey plays the N. So, might get things, but he's still only getting 3 cards. So, I mean, it's not as if that's gonna set him up for a big win. Does get to attach to the Black Kyurem. Finally, maybe starting to get something online. And looking through Grant's discard pile, Grant has gone through an awful lot of resources.
I mean, he has so many hurt EXs on the field, so many liabilities there.
All right, Grant has a catcher in hand. Knocks out the Squirtle with Power Blow, but he doesn't seem to be like he has that much. Joey's going to attach second water, to the Black Hiram. Looks like he's debating playing a Juniper, discarding an N, drawing 7. Hopefully he can get 2 squirrels off this. If he doesn't, I don't really know what to say. He has a dazzling machine in his hand. I can see that. Looks like he has plays, rearranging his board, rearranging his bench like he's going to play something. He has a max potion. Max potion's huge here. That's going to help out.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
he has
definitely going to help him.
so much damage and everything, but max potion is huge.
There it goes.
Healing one of those Keldeos. Now if he has to, he can rush in and kind of stall with that Keldeo a little bit longer. That's what he's looking to do. As a water in hand. I see the dazzling machine before. And considering what to do, he just passes the turn. And I think Grant has a laser in his hand. I think he just tapped like a Juniper. He's going to play the laser. And it's tails, and no sleep will be happening here. 2 tool scrappers, and hand stammer, and Juniper, and a lander. It looks like what's in Grant's hand right now. I don't think. Alright, so Joey kind of showing us his hand a little bit. Joey rushes in with the Keldeo. And he has a Skyla, so Joey. This game's been really back and forth, but I mean, I think Grant's still firmly in control, but it's actually, Joey's actually maybe starting to form something. He's getting a beach with a Skyla. I would have liked to have him get some kind of Squirtle fetching, but I guess another thing is that he might not want to play the Squirrels because he doesn't have 2, and he has very few cards in his deck. He might not even have 2 left. I mean, it's just a rough position to be in.
Yeah, and only not even 12 minutes in.
Yeah, we're 12 minutes into the game. This game's odd. You know, we've seen both players be in control, but at the same time not really have a lot either way. He is prepared to Black Ballista next turn if he can get that Keldeo out of the active. And, I mean, that'll bring them to 1 prize. Without a Blastoise, it can only do so much. Looks like we're getting a
blow through
60 with Tornadus. Joey's gonna take a look through his discard pile. Tied to this game just keeps shifting, and it's very strange. I'm glad this is a real game though. I'm glad we're getting a bunch, and he gets a float stone, so he dazzle machines a Keldeo and 1 other card away for was that a float stone?
Yeah, I'm assuming he grabbed the float stone.
Yeah, but gets the float stone, energy retrievals, attaches the lightning, and now you can Black Ballista, go down to 1 prize, and now it's just whatever he can knock out next. And then whatever he knocks out doesn't matter. 1 prize left, and that Grant does it. That traverse on the board, scrappers the float stone off of, and now he's ending. So
yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Okay, Grant only has 1. Grant only gets 3 cards, so it's not exactly good. Puts Grant in the best position, but you know Joey just has nothing. If he can, Grant's gonna score a KO here on the Black Hiram, at which point Joey doesn't really have much of anything. And now it's just a top deck war. I can't say there's anything good in Grant's hand. I see a DCE. I see a float stone. But yeah, I mean, I think unless something strange happened, I think Grant probably has this game. Maybe Joey plays a Skyline. Maybe, yeah, I was going to say maybe he's grabbing the catcher, trying to stall a little bit. I'm not sure. He has a DCE in hand, right? Grant does, yeah. Whew, so 100 damage on anything but that Keldeo at 60. So if he has any kind of damage enhancing card. Oh, he has a float stone too. Yeah, so it's game. Grant can attach the float stone. He has a catcher too. So Grant's just overwhelmed wealth. And Grant McClellan takes game 1 versus Joey Gaffney. For a very back and forth game, we may see Grant McClellan become a regional champion. As James said last round, Grant's not really known. Grant's not very known, but he hasn't really accomplished a whole lot in the game at this point. But winning a regionals will be huge for him. You know, regionals prizes are now a case. You know, a couple, $400, $500, $600, depending on where and when he sells, and a bunch of playmats and other cool stuff. A trophy. I'm very excited for Grant. He's one of my very best friends, and I'm glad that he's here. And Joey too. You know, we still have 2 games to go. Joey gets to be on the play this game. Anything could happen. It's just either way, whoever wins this regional is going to be quite the story. And there's still plenty of time left. We're at 30-something minutes, 40-something minutes, so I don't expect any delays in that regard. Oh man, what an event! We're saying
that was an absolutely ridiculous game.
We're not seeing any no straight Darkrai, no Virizion, no new cards, just straight up States format this year. Landorus versus Blastoise, and probably head back to the game. Players are getting set up, shuffling. The players have been shuffling very fast. I think just in anticipation that the 50-minute turn rules aren't the best. And let's see, Joey has a Squirtle and he has a Keldeo. So we're gonna start Keldeo, Squirtle on the bench. Didn't see the rest of his hand. Once again, On the Bubble is brought to you by Top Cut Central. Thanks for, this we're almost done with the event, and it's all because of Top Cut Central. Grant's playing Tool Drop right now. It's just please go to topcutcentral.com, buy a playmat, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/OTBPokemon. Follow us on Twitter/OTBPokemon. Just please help us. We've been trying to help the game, and if you're liking what you're seeing, just support us in any way you can. Top Cut Central's fronted the money for all of this. They fronted Jimmy Ballard spent hours, helping us, and he deserves our support. I thank you guys for tuning in, especially you guys who have been here all day. We've been here. Me and Chase have been up for 14 hours now, 15 hours now, and
just
the stream's been going on for about 12, so I'm really glad that you guys are still here. So let's see. We got Keldeo active on Joey's side with 1 energy on it. A Squirtle. Joey does not get the beach. Does he have the turn 2 Blastoise? Grant starts with 2 Trubbish, benches Landers, attaches. Joey's going to Skyla for a rare cane, so he apparently does have the turn 2 Blastoise, which is going to be huge here. Unfortunately, it looks like Joey's going to have to load up. He plays another Squirtle. If he loads up this Keldeo, that's fine, but Mewtwo's always a threat, and I am very, very aware. I'm sure that Joey's very aware of that.
Yeah, he does know Grant plays that Mewtwo now.
And now it's just...
Got to see that.
Grant's forced up from where Landers, which is basically the worst card you can have against the Keldeo. Grant has a DC in his hand of fighting into the Skyla. He plays a Skyla. And just grabs an Ultra Ball, just either getting a Mewtwo or a Tornado. Just another thing they try to attack with. Maybe even a Garbodor if he has a tool. Not quite sure it was in his hand, but yeah, gets the Mewtwo, just trying to stay offensive, trying to stay aggressive and really get back into this game. Has a DCE. It's wonderful. Grant considering Hammerhead 30-30. Joey draws, and Level Ball is going to get another Squirtle out. Oh, sorry, a Wartortle. Getting a Wartortle out, just making sure that he can keep his Blastoise going. Not sure. Doesn't really have any other attackers. He doesn't really want to be attacking with Keldeo, but the Juniper might solve that issue for him. Again, 42 minutes left in this round. We'll still have plenty of time. 60 minutes, best of 3. And just another Keldeo. No black camera doesn't look like, so that's very unfortunate, but still in good control of this game. Joey considering playing a catcher or not. Does he have another water? And doing 180 to that Landorus, knocking it out, going down to 3 prizes. Grant's just gonna Juniper and see what he gets. I mean, even a DCE here only does 100. It's gonna be tough for Kelly to respond. I mean, it's definitely what you want to be doing. So he gets the Garbodor. Not sure if he has any tools for that Garbodor. Just with the DCE.
There's a laser Ultra Ball, and
It'd be a knockout. So I didn't see the first DCE on the Mewtwo. I'm very sorry. My eyes have been very strained. But that's gonna even things up a bit. I believe it puts Grant at 4 prizes to Joey's 3. So Joey has no energy on board, but unfortunately the Garbodor does not have a tool on it. That would be Grant being just a commanding position if it did. And gonna take me a minute looking through his options. So I like Joey's habit of sliding the card face down as opposed to David Cohen's habit of just tapping on the table face up. I mean, it helps us.
Definitely makes a lot more sense.
Reveals what he has, but alright, so Skyla gets an Ultra Ball. Squirtle, I imagine that this Ultra Ball is going to be finding a Black Kyurem, and it does. And no more having to deal with silly Keldeos. They get eaten alive by Mewtwo's. But he does decide to load up the Keldeo, and he catches the Garbodor, plays the Beach. He's gonna knock it out. And Grant, it's an interesting position. I can't see what's in Joey's hand, but if Grant has the laser Verbank, it will be a knockout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so Grant's looking for a Verbank now. He has a Landers in hand. That's not gonna do him any well good. There's an Ultra Ball. Luckily, he can get rid of all the lesser cards in his hand. Gets rid of a Landers and an N. And Grant still has tons of resources left. You can see how big his deck is. Looks like he's just getting up another Mewtwo. Sorry, he's getting up a Trubbish. He's trying to keep the gym alive with this Garbodor, especially if he can get the knockout this turn. He has a Juniper in hand, so I think he's just going to slam all of it. Hope to get the Verbank. He's already played the laser. Nice. Now he's considering. Not quite sure what he wants to do. Oh, so he did have the energy. So that spells a knockout.
It's gonna be a big deal.
Yeah, that spells a knockout after the damage. I didn't realize he had the energy there. I don't think Grant quite did either. Attaches the Float Stone. I had the Verbank anyway. Still had all these. You know what are you gonna do? And looks like Joey does have the win here. He's just playing very quickly. But if he doesn't,
yeah, if he can respond here.
Oh, so he touches to a Float Stone. So he does. Oh man, maybe Joey doesn't have it. I thought the way he was drawing his cards, I thought he just was getting ready to slam him. But and an end to 2 isn't.
That's not gonna help.
Yeah, he can't. Oh man, Grant could take a quick 2-0 victory in less than 30 minutes over Joey.
It's pretty crazy.
I think you can see the nervousness in both Grant and Joey. Grant's being very slow and deliberately paced. Joey is playing a little fast. And Joey draws 2 cards. And let's see, Grant still doesn't. He's a Skyla. So he's doing I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm not sure what's in his hand, but he doesn't have the win this turn. I don't think there's a way for him to get it. Yeah, I don't think there's a way, but he's getting a heavy ball, getting a Garbodor, shutting off the Deluge, and this is huge. If Joey doesn't have a Tool Scrapper, which he just he has 2 cards in hand, I don't think he can respond. So this is the defining turn. He's gonna draw. He's looking at his cards. I don't know. I can't quite see what he has. I think he has a catcher. He's looking through his discard pile. So he has at least some out. He has something to do here, else he would just be conceding.
Yeah, he would.
But
he would know when to quit. But this might just
does
be
have a dowsing
very
machine.
short finals.
Dowsing machine, I imagine. Imagine a dowsing for a Juniper. Draw 7, and wow, it really comes down to this Juniper. And what's going to happen here? 7 cards. I see a Beach. I don't know. I see a Tool Scrapper. I believe.
He did get a Beach. Yeah.
He's gonna Float Stone away. Send up the Black Kyurem. It doesn't look like he has much of anything. He's gonna Beach. No, maybe not. He can attach. And yep, Beach a bunch. But Grant has the catcher, and Grant McClellan is your 2013 Vancouver, British Columbia regional champion, defeating Joey Gaffney in the finals. Big Basics Garbodor wins regionals. Wow.
Over Blastoi,
too. 2-0. Yeah.
Probably did.
I thought the match was good.
I didn't expect that.
Wow, that's incredible. So I'm gonna go grab Grant, I think, for an interview. Hopefully we can get him up here. Hopefully we can do a little bit of some finishing up here.
Sure.
Talk a little bit with him. Be right back. All right, so here we are with the regional champion, Grant McClellan. He's pretty tired, worn out. I think we're going about to get some dinner. He's going to leave, go back to Washington. But how do you feel winning your regional championship?
I'm pretty excited. I mean, I came in, hadn't play tested this deck at all. Just a friend gave me a list, and turned out well.
How do you? Your best regional performance before today was that top 8 in Oregon, right, with Ho-Oh?
Yeah.
This is your first trophy. It's your first win.
Yeah.
First case.
Exciting.
All right, man. So you plan to play out the season?
Yeah.
Travel a lot so you can get the invite, go to the nationals.
Yep.
Got points. All right. I know you want to get home, so
thanks, man.
Yeah, dude. See you around.
Yep.
So yeah, you can go ahead. Chase is going to join me in the booth. So Grant McClellan with Big Basics Garbodor is your 2013 Vancouver, British Columbia regional champion. I want to say a few things before we leave here. I want to give a big thanks to you guys. Obviously, you guys out here watching it. I think there's 150 viewers about now. It's been great. Top Get Central, obviously, for having us again. I've said this a dozen times today, but
yeah, none of this would be possible without their support.
Yeah, Jimmy Ballard, shouts to him. The event here, sorry the internet wasn't so great. We didn't really have control over it, but Sandy Moore and all the staff here was great. Thank you to everyone on the bubble, Mike Newman, Isaiah Middleton, Harrison Levin, Jeremy Jallin. The two of us have done a lot of work. Also people who help out. Fizzy Stardust has been a big help.
Yeah, 100%.
Mike Canavis, Adam Garcia, Kevin Murphy, all those guys, just helping us out in the group and being supports. Everyone at Top Get Central, everyone here, all the viewers, please go to topgetcentral.com, buy a playmat, go to facebook.com/OTB Pokemon, like us on there. Next week, this time me and Chase will be in Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Very excited for that.
Streaming. Indiana's a good Puka, Jason Klozinski, Dustin Zimmerman will be there. Ross, I assume, a lot of big players.
Mike Newman,
Mike Hovercats.
Travis Nunless.
Yeah. And then Harrison Levin, our very own Harrison Levin, 2012 world champion, runner-up, is going to be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at their regionals. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations to Grant McClellan, Ian Whiten, Jackson Ford, and I love you. Good night.